This is a podcast, not a news broadcast. We will report situations that are currently out and available for public access. No one on this platform is claiming to be a journalist. We are a group of individuals giving our opinion. Enjoy the show.
All right.
This is Homesick Podcast.
Yes, it is. All right. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
You doing all right?
You look sexy.
Yeah. I don't feel sexy. I feel like shit because that cold you had, I got.
I know. I'm so sorry.
No, everybody had it. Everybody got a piece.
It went through our house.
They got a cold. You got a cold. I got a cold. Everybody got a cold.
I know. Some of us got it twice.
Yeah, I don't know. It was more of the coughing I had at first. I thought it had something to do with work, but it was definitely whatever the hell was going on through here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not becoming. And I want to apologize for the lack of content because I was sick. So hopefully everything can move smoothly from now on. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
So
I think it's done.
Now what I want to tell let's get into the intro. Welcome to Homesick Podcast. I'm Miz.
And I'm Liz.
And today I think we got some interesting stuff today. First I want to say go Eagles. Today is actually the Super Bowl. We're recording the date hours before the Super Bowl starts. I'm not originally an Eagles fan. I'm originally from New York, so I'm a supporter of everything New York. Maybe Nets, Yankees, Giants.
Your New York,
even the sucky Jets.
Your New York team fumbled because we have Saquon, who is, I think, a big part of why we're going to the Super Bowl.
Correct.
But
I just don't want Kansas to win. So I'm all about.
I do agree.
See, I'm wearing my Philly green in support.
We don't need a three-peat. We need the underdog.
Well,
I'm
looking
the
at
Eagles to come up.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the Eagles as the underdogs, obviously, because you got the Kansas City is pretty much the new Patriots.
Yeah, they're saying this will be a three-peat for them.
Right, and I hope it is, and they need to be knocked off that little pedestal they got going on.
I agree, but we'll see how the refs are.
Maybe if they lose, we could finally stop dealing with this whole Taylor and Kelsey situation.
They were saying that the last game that they got them to the Super Bowl, if you took off the refs' jerseys, that they had Chiefs jerseys underneath.
Are you serious?
That's what they were. It's
a joke.
Yeah, it was a joke.
Well, yeah, it's believable. It reminds me of the Patriots all over again. It's exactly the same concept.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not saying that they're cheaters. I'm not accusing them of anything, but it just seems like
coincidental.
Yeah,
they have favorites.
So go Eagles. Hopefully you guys knock it out the park, please.
Yes.
I don't want to hear another Kansas City Super Bowl win, please.
Yes, all right. I agree.
Moving on. I have a relationship quote of the day.
Oh.
Now, it's more of a question for you. Do you think I or we could be more supportive of each other?
I think all the time you should be supportive.
Okay, do you think I'm lacking on support? Because we just came off of a fresh argument. I'm not going to play like we don't argue. And from my time out that I had, because I didn't sleep in the room, I slept in another part of the house. I believe that I don't listen completely. Yeah. I already know what I'm going to say, so I try to get to it before you can finish what you're saying. So I think I'm not supportive in the sense of actually letting you speak and letting you get what you're trying to get across. Sometimes it's frustrating because you don't know how to articulate your words. So it's frustrating on my behalf. So I just all right, shut up. I'm trying to explain what I'm saying, and it's fucked up. So I apologize for that.
See, my biggest complaint with you is you'll let me speak, but you don't listen when I speak.
Right.
I feel like you're already ready with what you're going to say. So you're not listening to what I'm saying. So you're just sitting there because you can't wait to get out whatever you got going on.
Anticipation. Right.
Yes.
So I believe I could be a little bit more supportive when it comes to that.
Yes, actually listening.
You got anything you want to say? Oh, yeah, forget you're perfect.
I would never tell you I'm perfect. At all. My voice, I'm losing it. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, no, I would never say I'm perfect at all. I definitely could communicate. I guess the way I say things is really what it is. I think how I deliver.
Yeah, your delivery comes off like, fuck you, you could do better.
Yeah, but that's not what...
But that's how you come across.
No, it's just frustration because, I genuinely am trying to get you to listen to what I'm saying. I just want to be heard. That's really what it comes down to. I want you to understand me. You don't have to agree with me, but I want you to understand me. So that way you at least know, because obviously you're not a mind reader. I'm not a mind reader. Mm-hmm. So you at least get what I'm saying.
I get it. I dig what you're saying. It's just when it comes to the argument, I sometimes feel like 95% of the time it's always my fault. I feel like every time we have a conversation, it stems from something I did or something I created, and it just made you react and it made you say, "Oh, fuck me," or whatever may have you.
Yeah, I do understand. I get it.
So obviously, it's like we're not perfect. It's the frustration and I guess the anger where it's coming from on my behalf is just I just feel like, oh shit, it's something else I did.
I know. And that's the thing that bothers me. Like, why? Like, I don't want you to ever feel like it's an attack. Like, I'm not attacking you. I'm just, like we talked about in the previous episodes, I want to address, like, if there's something that's bothering me, I'm not the type that can sit there and be like, all right, I'll just let it go. I have to discuss everything that, like, if you did something, I like to talk about it because I don't want it to come up later on. So, and I'm not nitpicking. I feel like I don't, do you feel like I nitpick? I don't feel like I nitpick. Really?
I do.
I don't feel like I
nitpick in the sense of where you keep digging. Like, I'll be like, all right, I get what you're saying. And then you'll go more and more in depth into like, okay, yeah. I guess that's me just trying to hurry the conversation up. And right, I guess that's what you're getting from me.
To explain that
but it's
better,
just, I'm saying that I get it. But you want to reiterate. And then I'm like, all right, whatever.
So I guess to explain that better, it's like I'm just looking for you to, like, I understand.
What, I need to hold up a cue card?
No, it's just
I'm saying that.
Pretty much acknowledge what I'm saying. You're not really saying that. You're just, all right. Mm-hmm.
So you think I'm just yesing you to death?
Yes, and that's the thing that bothers me because I want to make sure you get what I'm saying, and vice versa. Like, I try to acknowledge when you say things. Like, I understand. Like, I definitely say those words. Mm-hmm. I understand. I get it.
You're not really the say it's my fault person. You're more like I already told you. You're like one of the homies. Like, I'm only laughing. We good, right? That's pretty much what you hit me with.
That's why I'm laughing because she always says that. You're always just like tap me on the shoulder, and be like, we good.
Like you one of the dudes. Like, yeah, you good? Shake it off, Stop being a bitch. That's pretty much how you handle it.
All right. Well, I didn't grow up in a household where they express their feelings. They said I'm sorry and all that. So it's uncomfortable. I will admit it.
I'm not coming from an apology household either. So no one said I'm sorry in my household growing up.
But I do apologize. Mm-hmm. I guess just the way it's uncomfortable. I mean, we're human, right? I'm pretty sure there's people that can relate to this. It's not easy.
Where it's hard for someone to say I'm sorry.
Yes, like because this is not coming off good.
No, it's perfect.
No, but I just I know there's other people out there that probably feel the same way.
Okay. Here's a way to look at it. Just how you explain that when you talk to me, you want me to basically say I register and I understand what you're saying. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing. A man wants that too. A man wants to feel like, all right, you're understanding what I'm saying. You're listening to what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. It goes both ways. Just because whatever, we're the protector, we're supposed to take care of everything and make sure everything is handled. We still have feelings.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not macho to say, yo, I felt bad when you did that. But it's the truth. We have feelings because after a while, it just feels like we're just being attacked. So then we don't feel like we have a voice. It's just constantly us apologizing all the time. We're always doing something wrong. We have to say we're sorry. It's, you know what I mean? That stuff right there makes us feel like we're incompetent, like we can't do nothing right. So that's where I feel like sometimes it'd be helpful to you to just be like, you know what, I was wrong for that. I get what you're saying. I understand where you're coming from. Simple. I'm not telling you to be like, babe, you know what I mean? And like bow down to me. I'm not looking for that. I just want some type of understanding.
Yeah, I do get it. I will definitely work on.
No, and now that's like I said, that's where the point of the question can I be a little bit more supportive? And I got from the last conversation, like I said, where I was lacking. So I get that. I just want to see if on your behalf, if you was, you felt you needed to say anything. Yeah. So I don't know.
No, I'll do better with that.
Right.
I lack in that too.
Okay. That was it. I wasn't trying to beat a dead horse.
Okay.
All right. You got anything else you want to throw on the platter?
No.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So we can move on to your talk of the town?
Sure. All right. So this one's a good one. It's kind of Kind of crazy. All right, so the widow of an Alabama man has filed a civil lawsuit against a surgeon who mistakenly removed his liver during what was supposed to be a spleen removal surgery, then attempted to cover it up. Beverly Bryan, who was married to 7-year-old William Bryan, filed this lawsuit in Florida State Court against the surgeon and the Florida hospital where Bryan's botched surgery occurred. The Bryans, the residents of Alabama, they were spending time at the family's rental property in Okaloosa County, Florida, when William suddenly began to experience pain in his left flank. The couple went to the hospital in Florida, and Bryan was admitted for tests to assess an abnormal spleen. After medical staff advised Bryan that immediate surgery was required to prevent serious spleen-related complications, he agreed to an emergency laparoscopic splenectomy. Mm-hmm. During this procedure, the doctor, which I'll say his name because hopefully no one uses this guy, it's Dr. Shaknovsky. Hopefully I said that right, but stay away from him. He removed Mr. Bryan's liver and asked for it to be labeled as a spleen. The doctor's removal of Mr. Bryan's liver caused his death. The doctor did not admit that he had removed his liver. Instead, he maintained to himself and others around him that he had removed his spleen and that Bryan's cause of death was splenocardiary aneurysm. He repeated this assertion over and over again to numerous staff and other physicians who looked at him like he was crazy. So they all knew.
Right. So, not to cut you off, so he tried to cover up his failure.
Yes.
So technically he's going to be charged. It was a murder. Yes. It's malpractice.
It is, absolutely.
So he probably going to face jail, I would assume.
I don't know. It doesn't say that on here, but I would imagine.
Right. You're falsifying records. Dr. Death.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were good shows on.
But I think that was based off of
real. Yeah, it was real. But pretty much the same thing. That's what's crazy because this isn't the first time he's done it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Let's see. So it says this wasn't his first mistake. They allege that the surgeon caused another patient's death the prior year when he accidentally perforated the patient's bowel during a gallbladder removal. The doctor took a leave of absence following that incident, but he wasn't fired.
Well, that really does sound like the same scenario as the Dr. Death thing. Yeah.
Despite all the warnings, the hospital allowed the doctor to continue operating in an unrestricted fashion, in part because he was making the hospital money.
Wow, that sounds exactly what that is. Yeah. That's exactly what that documentary was saying.
Yeah, it says in the complaint the plaintiffs argued that the hospital knew or should have known that the nurses typically feel uncomfortable in reporting adverse events related to surgeons. So pretty much nurses,
lying. They didn't feel comfortable lying for him.
Oh yeah, or telling on them, like telling on the doctor, like he mislabeled this because I guess it puts them in a situation.
But that's somebody's life.
Exactly.
Fuck that. Yeah. Sorry, I mean, you're the doctor. They're following your lead in that room. So
I know.
How was he trying to? So he wanted everybody, because normally it's not just one doctor, it's a nurse.
Yeah, it's a whole.
That's what I'm saying. So he wanted everybody just to lie for me. This is what
and he kept repeating like this is the spleen or whatever. Yeah, crazy.
And he killed the guy.
His liver. He kept saying
the guy by taking his liver.
His spleen.
From taking his liver.
Yeah. Yes,
that's
disgusting.
Fucking wild.
The family's asking for unspecified damages over $50,000, which is crazy to me because they should be getting more. On top of he should be fired and charges, like you said.
He should be brought up on charges. Fuck all that.
Isn't that nuts?
Whatever with the hospital and the insurance company, that's one thing. But he killed someone on the table.
I know, and the hospital didn't fire him. That's what's crazy to me. I don't know if at this point, since it's making national news, that we're able to see this now. Mm-hmm. I don't know if now he has a job still.
And this is not the first time. It's documented that he's done this.
Right.
And he still has a job there and was able to do surgery still after the first.
Yes, because he makes the hospital money. That's disgusting because you go to the hospital hoping that you make it out of the hospital.
Correct.
That's just crazy to me. Yeah, I didn't like that one, but I figured it was.
That was definitely some news.
Pretty controversial.
It's fucked up. Condolences to the widow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sad.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't even feel right segue into the entertainment news after that. That's some dire shit.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that doctor definitely needs his ass kicked and brought up on some charges. Seriously.
Yeah.
You killed someone. What the fuck?
I know. And then tried to lie about it. I guess the first time he should have caught it, but the hospital shouldn't have allowed a second time to even occur.
No.
After the first time, how don't you know what you're working on? How don't you, like, what? It's baffling, to say the least.
I guess on a lighter note, the Grammys.
Yes.
It
was a deep one.
That's wild. Well, I guess we could talk about the Grammys on a positive note, I guess, after segueing from that. But yeah, Not Like Us won most awarded rap song in Grammy history.
Yeah, that's good.
Kendrick cleaned the
fuck up.
Can you
believe off of a diss record? Like, that's crazy.
I can't believe it. I definitely can believe it.
It's awesome.
And kudos for him.
Yes.
And I liked how they played the line of Drake. I heard you like him young as he was walking to the stage.
I know.
So yeah, he definitely.
Did he drop the lawsuit?
No, that lawsuit is still a thing.
It's still there.
Yeah, and the lawsuit was basically my assumption was put into place so today he doesn't perform that in front of, because that's the biggest stage in the world. You got Super Bowl, that's reaching every household, everybody that's there. So, but the thing is, we as fans, people that listen to music, want him to perform this.
Yes.
And it's like, I don't understand why Drake is taking it as it's like a personal hit. It was two MCs battling each other. They went at each other.
But he crossed the line first because he started talking about his wife and his kids.
He brought up, so I don't get why you playing like you're the victim right now.
Right.
So that's pretty much what the lawsuit is speculating, that he lost money off of the whole situation. Whatever. I'm not a lawyer.
Doesn't that
I'm not
happen
getting into
though
the
in all the other beefs that have happened over the years?
There's been plenty beefs. I grew up in the Nas Jay-Z beef, and they wasn't saying nice shit about each other.
Right.
So I don't understand why I didn't hear any lawsuit brought up by Nas or Jay-Z saying, yo, he was mean to me. That's pretty much what the lawsuit is. He was being mean to me.
Right.
It's sucker shit.
You shouldn't get involved in that if you can't handle it.
No.
That's crazy.
And still related to the Grammys, Beyonce's dad isn't giving any credit to Jay-Z for her win. So remember, what was it, last Grammys, he went on stage and pretty much told everyone that, you guys are basically should be voting my wife to win an award. So this win,
how coincidental she won this year.
Yeah, and they showed up. That's another thing. They don't just show up to anything unless they know they're winning.
When we were watching it, I said, they're winning tonight.
Yeah, that's why they were there. They don't just show up in anything for no apparent reason. They knew they were winning.
I like how the dramatics were, and I like Beyonce. I am a Beyonce fan, but I don't like that her husband did what he did last year. Almost like she's Beyonce, give her the award. Like, no, that doesn't work that way.
Yeah, but as a husband, take it as a husband. He's supporting his wife.
Then I understand, but I just didn't like how he went about it. Like, he went on a whole rant about how she should have got, like, no one else. You pretty much shitted on everyone else at the Grammys.
Yeah, fuck everybody else. I want my wife at the top.
Yeah, but that's not. Isn't it? Who votes for these awards?
Well, there's a committee, and from what I was reading, which I didn't know, Beyonce's dad is actually on that committee because he's saying that pretty much they voted.
Bruh.
He's one of the members on the committee. And they all voted pretty much that she should win this year. It didn't come he's trying to make it seem like it didn't come from Jay-Z's speech. It came from just actually good music is why she won.
I don't know how her record did, but I do know a lot of people were like against this country.
Well, the country singers and everybody else in the country. So, yeah, but they didn't accept it because she crossed over into their lane and they feel like, she didn't deserve it. But good music is good music.
I just didn't like any songs on that album though.
I didn't listen, so I really can't critique anything.
And I like country music. I don't know. I like Beyonce. I love her first couple albums. The new stuff I don't like. I don't know why, I just don't like it.
Everyone's an opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was crazy her reaction, oh my God.
The whole,
you didn't know she didn't know she was
going
to win.
Yeah, that was. You got to play the game, pretty much.
I get it.
I like, but still with the Grammys and with the Kendrick thing, Taylor Swift was over there throwing up glasses, cheering. She was very supportive of Kendrick on that one.
I know.
So I'm looking at it like, does Drake have any friends right now?
I know.
Because Taylor is Taylor. If you got Taylor backing up everybody chose sides.
Right.
Pretty much. So I don't know. That kind of, and still on music tip, I was told I should give the whole Weekend album a listen.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
It's you could see he was trying to go back to House of Balloons and the last one Dawn FM.
Oh yeah.
It seems like a combination of both of those albums in this current one. He gave you a ton of songs on this. I was just going through shit. I felt like it was going on for, so I didn't really get to listen to everything, but it was some good songs on there. I like Weeknd. I don't have a problem. Weeknd puts you in a zone.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. I like listening to. It felt like with this album, I needed to be on some gummies and zone the fuck out kind of shit.
I only heard like maybe 1 or 2 songs on this album. They just happen to come on my playlist, but I feel like it's really good for the clubs. Like
it started with a lot of like techno kind of beat music. Yeah, it had a few of those on there, a couple of those joints. But yeah, that's the club. You're always gonna win when you get a club song.
Yeah.
Speaking of songs,
I don't know how true it is, but Giovanni was saying that he's talking about he's retiring.
Yeah, this was supposed to be his last album. Yeah, that was the story.
Do you think he really is gonna stick to that?
Unless he has something else in works.
I feel like everyone says they're retiring, and then all of a sudden they come back.
Well, we'll see.
I like him, so I hope he's not retiring.
Well, still on the music tip, yeah. Bruno Mars. I know we're late to the party talking about it, but I don't get how you catch a grenade for me going into Fat, Juicy, and Wet.
I just feel like he was like up there in his music choice. Like everyone could listen to his songs.
His music was hitting. Yeah, he hit every household.
Who was Sexy Red?
Sexy Red.
Then you go to Sexy Red, who's like the most vulgar person in the world.
It's like, okay, see with that, I was even thinking about that.
Can they play it on the radio? I don't listen to the radio.
The version we listened to yesterday, yeah. I just want to hear it in its entirety because I heard about it and I was like, I really want to know what he's talking about. It don't sound like that's something. That don't even sound like his lane. I find that strange. This is all her lane, totally. He could have featured on this as her song,
right?
Be honest. But what I was saying with the whole vulgar thing, come on, we grew up with Little Kim. We grew up with Foxy Brown. We go like, is this really that vulgar? We grew up with, you know what I'm saying? So it's like we can't be the parents now. Remember when we were kids, that was fine. So we can't be the parents now and say, oh, that
I don't know.
It's some wild shit to listen to. Don't get me wrong, but this is the music now. This is what like he said, this was made for the clubs.
Oh.
This is made for the strip clubs. This is basically what he said. He made a song for the strip club. He made it for the strip club.
Well, then it makes sense.
Exactly. And it fits.
I guess I'm just being like protective because like all of our kids love songs, like singing them. You can hear them. I am just so afraid our 3-year-old is going to be walking.
Well, I'm not in here bumping in unless you're all right then. So I don't see how she'll come across that.
We do have older daughters, who I think are fans of that type of music.
Nah, I don't think it'd be a concern. I'm very shocked. I'm more leaning on that. I'm shocked that Bruno Mars even made a song like this.
I know, but it's a good look for her. It's definitely.
That's what I'm saying. It's better for her. I don't get how it's good for him.
Maybe it was some type of agreement they had.
Maybe.
I'll do you a favor.
Well, yeah, that's making her. She's reaching other ears now with him being on it. Yeah. Vice versa. He's getting different people to listen because people who didn't listen to Bruno Mars is listening to Bruno Mars now.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to our favorite segment of the show. Sick of this shit. Grocery stores now.
The price?
No.
Oh, because I'm sick of the prices.
I'm sick of the way it's set up now after COVID. I got to go in there with ton of bags.
Oh.
Because we shop for a lot of people.
7 people.
It's different. Like, I know some may be like, oh, that's bullshit. I love it. It's great. Yeah, if it's just you shopping for you, you going in there grabbing a few items, you got your bag.
But it's not everywhere. This is Jersey. Mm-hmm. If you were to cross the bridge and go to Philly, they bag your stuff.
So then why the hell?
That's our lovely governor. And I'm saying that sarcastic. I'm not giving him credit for anything good. But yes, that's because of him. It was his rule.
Wow.
It just gets me because even just the other day they were showing Kamala and Doug, her husband, in the grocery, and they're carrying their plastic bags. I'm like, I'm so jealous.
Right.
We can't do that.
Yeah.
You have to bring all your billions of bags. My whole back of my trunk is covered in bags.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sick of that. What happened to when you ring me up, somebody packs it, I'm out the door. Now I'm putting it on the conveyor belt, putting it back in the cart to load it up in bags to bring I don't understand why that had to change.
Yeah.
I'm just not, like I said, some may like it, some don't. I'm not a fan of it. So I'm sick of that shit. That's my sick of this shit.
That's a good one. I am sick of, You probably have seen this.
What's that?
Everywhere you go now is asking you for a tip.
Oh.
It literally comes up. The other day I went to a local candy store and I walked in. The girl's just sitting there on her phone like this. I don't care. I don't need help in the candy store.
Right.
But I go to check out. She's bringing it all out. And she's like, oh, it's just asking you a question on the screen. And it says,
they always asking a question on the screen. Yeah. And I like when they turn it in front of you to make you the decision.
Would you like to tip? And then it's like 20, 10. What? What am I tipping you for? I got everything. The only thing I did was bring it up to you so you can ring me out.
See, I love that shit. Because when they turn it, I like when they turn it and show it to you. It's like a villain. I like locking eyes with them.
Yeah.
And hitting no tip. Because I'm not tipping if I'm here to pick it up. I believe tipping goes with if I'm sitting down eating. Yeah. And I'm tipping you for your service.
Right.
You're just giving me back change. See, why am I tipping you for giving me change?
I believe like hairdressers, bartenders, servers, I do believe all of them hands down.
That's why I said it's for more you sitting down eating
all right,
stuff like that.
Now think about it like this. Because I do tip when we pick up. I know you think it's crazy.
For like to-go orders?
To-go orders. Because that person is like, that might be their entire thing. They might not have tables. That might be tonight you're on takeout. So then they're doing the orders, and then if you're not tipping them and everyone's not tipping them, they go home at the end of the night like, all right, I don't really.
You made me a believer on that.
Yeah,
but I ain't tipping you if I'm coming to get it.
But that's the same thing.
Here's my scenario. I place an order. I walk in to get my order. I'm still tipping.
Well, yeah, because who got it all together and put it in the bag for you?
I was more in the sense of I'm tipping if you're bringing it to my car.
See, I think if you're picking up, you should still tip for their time getting your order together, especially if it's accurate. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. If something's missing, that drives me crazy. So especially if it's accurate, they should get their tip.
I'm not against it. I didn't look at it like that.
Yeah.
When you said there's somebody preparing my stuff, so I could say that's another perspective
worked in a restaurant either, so I don't know if that's the case. I just assume like in every job I had, like we'd go in and be like, all right, this is your duty stay, this is your duty. Like, so I'm assuming that they're doing that. I don't know if they're waiting at tables and doing takeout.
Right.
You know, so maybe I'm wrong with that part, but I just feel like that type of stuff. But if I'm just walking into, I don't know, like the candy store, why am I tipping you? What did you do? I didn't ask you what to get, and then you bagged it for me and all that.
Oh, so this is one of those places you walk in, you grab your candy, put it in a bag, and bring it to the register.
Yeah.
Oh, and they want tip for that?
Yeah, and the entire time she was like this. Like, what am I'm tipping you to look at your phone? Like,
all right, I get that. That's a no-no. Yeah, I'm not tipping for that.
I feel like there's somewhere else I thought of the other day, and it was like, why are you asking me for a tip? I don't remember where, though. I'll have to think about it. But I feel like everywhere. Michael's. Oh, they asked for a tip? Yeah. That's crazy.
I think everywhere is asking for a tip.
Yeah, that's
because everywhere I've gone, like I said, they turn that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm in the store buying it.
Right.
I don't see why I'm tipping you while I'm physically here.
Oh, now people too should get tips. I left them out.
Who?
Now people like.
Oh well, yeah, that's a service.
Anyone that does services for you definitely should be getting tipped.
Yeah, I agree. But if it's something I'm doing myself, they should tip me then.
Right. Yeah.
Basically, the business should be tipping me.
I just think it's out of control, and that I feel like has been since COVID too.
No, I'm all about if you do a service, you should get tipped. I believe that. I'm not against that. I am totally about that. I'm just saying with these new rules now in play, where everything involves a tip, I think it's getting out of control. It's getting out of control.
Did you hear this week that they said Trump banned paper straws?
Thank God.
No more soggy straws.
That shit was stupid.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
What was the purpose of that?
I think it was better for the environment.
Okay.
But I feel like I just seen a TikTok, and they were saying that in paper straws there's like a glue that isn't good for you to ingest. Yeah,
because you have to keep it sealed together like I believe that.
Yes. So on top of it being soggy, you're ingesting whatever glue, chemical,
I've broken many of those paper straws.
I don't get how that's healthier, but yeah. So plastic straws are coming back, and I'm for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have written up there. You've heard Kanye's rants?
Oh my God. Why? Why is Kanye like
I don't want to go back into what he's saying, but pretty much he's just being very ignorant. But you got to believe that there's something coming up. because he just announced that he has a collaboration with Diddy.
And
Sean John.
He gave the Game to Maybach.
To Maybach because he's working on the Game's new album.
The documentary 3.
Yeah.
And the Game supposedly says, I don't know what he's talking about, but I guess...
No, but that's what I'm saying. So obviously he's proven that he's doing things because he has upcoming things. He got that. He has his own... I think he has an album he's about to release too.
Yeah. You know what disgusts me with him, and I am a Kanye fan, but what disgusts me with him is the fact he's talking about free Diddy. He's selling merchandise to give to Prophet Diddy.
Right.
He has given it to his kids. His kids are innocent, I'm assuming. But it just annoys me because you physically seen what he did to Cassie.
Right.
It's not
no
like
one,
rumors.
You can't unsee that. That poor girl got attacked.
Yes, and for you
so
to
I don't
say
get how
free
you support
Diddy,
it.
like
right.
it's
like cancel out everything that man's done.
Yes, there is a lot of victims that have come forward. Granted, we don't see physical proof. We're just going off of the word.
No, but even with him saying about the Jews, those were awesome victims.
Yes.
He talked about slavery was an option. You're coming at us as the black community. That's also something we've experienced. So I don't, not me myself, but slavery was a thing. Slavery, it still kind of exists in this day. So to talk about that, you're basically supporting all negative shit throughout history.
Right.
What the fuck is going on with Kanye?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Is it that you really need that much attention? Do you think that's gonna just drive people to say support you? I just think you're putting a target on your back. Like, if you look at it, don't think you're untouchable because you have money. Right. They bringing down Diddy.
Right.
You know what I mean? They knocking everybody that we held at the top.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming for them.
Right.
So why are you playing like you're unstoppable?
Yeah.
Like that you're playing a dangerous game in my eyes. You're playing a dangerous game where you're coming at everybody. Yeah. And I'm not never one to promote racism.
Right.
That's still in a sense a racist act for him, what he's doing when he's talking about the Jews and stuff like that. So I'm never gonna be in support of that. I don't agree with what he's doing. Whatever you're doing, keep it towards what you're trying to roll out. Your album, the Games documentary, that all stuff like that, that's fine. But to attack a whole community
I know.
to get off and talk about Hitler and all this other nonsense.
I feel bad for his kids too on top of it because you don't know if they're getting any backlash.
He comes off unstable.
And North seems like she is ride or die for her dad, and that
daughters normally do.
Right. So I just feel bad for them in that aspect.
Yeah, I want to give a rest in peace to Irv Gotti.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And
he was so young.
Yeah, he was 54. He went in with he had a stroke.
Yeah.
And then I think like the following day they pronounced him dead.
Wow. That's crazy and so scary.
And I see despite everything, she putting her shit to the side. Ashanti posted something about supporting, like saying pretty much she condolences and stuff like that.
It's so
big of her.
When I heard him, and I remember I called you and I was like, that's crazy because it's almost like he died of a broken heart. Like you could tell he was in love with Ashanti. I don't know if that messed with him.
I wouldn't go so far and say all of that about the broken heart. I just think he has some medical stuff in.
Well, I think he did, but I like the way he talked was like he was obsessed. It was almost
that's
scary.
Two things. I don't want to get into that because my opinion on what he did was something totally different. I'm just gonna stick with the rest in peace, condolences. He was a great guy, music wise. He was big in the music industry, so I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to put any nonsense on his name. So I just want to say condolences to the Irv Gotti family, whole Murder Inc., everyone.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to
no,
them or nothing.
No, I'm not saying you was. Final Destination, there's a new one. Did you see that?
I didn't even watch it. I don't even want to watch
It's a trailer.
Yeah. I didn't even want to watch it.
I was done after the first one, but they decided we needed another one. I guess they're trying to piggyback off like how I guess Scream came back, reinvented itself, and had its own little wave going on.
That's coming back too.
Yeah, but I think that's what they're trying to do.
Matthew Lillard's going to be in the new one.
Right, and that actually, I would more watch that than Final Destination. I don't know. I think it had its moment and it's gone.
Yeah, I don't really care to see that.
Something else I want to touch on. This might be old, but what happened on the Breakfast Club with Wendy calling in, it actually paid off. She was given, she was granted the right to go see her father in Miami for his birthday.
Yeah.
So that was a positive.
And they're reevaluating her,
which is great.
Yeah.
She sounded fine. Granted, there was little things, but she's getting older.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you got to expect certain things to happen, but I don't think the woman's incapable of taking care of herself.
I don't think so either, and I'm 100% behind her starting a podcast. I would listen, anything she can get into right now, I would totally support. I would watch her show every day, and if I didn't, I recorded it, the Wendy show. I don't even watch it no more because I can't. I don't know. Out of like it is. It's very sad, and I feel like
and nothing against the girl that took over, Sherry. Yeah,
nothing against her. You're right, but it's just like you literally once she fell out of the chair, you jumped right back in. You know, like I don't. And I
haven't watched it since Sherry.
It just shows everyone's replaceable, but I'm for Wendy.
That's the scary part.
I know.
Here today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah,
that's crazy. And
I don't like that. And they were friends.
Wendy, I don't think it's nothing. That's just business. I don't think it's nothing amongst them. But Wendy was from my childhood to now, so that's kind of sad what she's going through.
I am glad that she's seeing what's going on with Diddy because from the beginning she was
always talking about that, and she lost her job because of that.
I know, so, and he let her nothing. Right,
he made her drown on that.
With it. Yep.
You got anything else you want to touch on?
Well, the Blake Lively thing. Have you seen all that? The beginning, when we initially talked about it, I think we were kind of more team Blake and Ryan.
I spoke on it.
Right.
I was more just hearing it for the first time and try to touch on it. But the more and more it unravels, it seems like she's being
she's bully. A bully.
Right, because now she's not even she's not down with Swiftie no more. She's not even in the box this evening.
Baldani, his lawyers made a website, and it has a timeline of everything from the day he got this to the last when they did the premiere. And it's text messages. It's her. She was always sick when her husband was home, so that was crazy. She delayed production. She went over with the budget for her fashion, and they wound up like putting it out there, the images, to see what people thought, and everyone was like, "Who dressed her?"
Yeah.
So they're paying all this. It was like 500 something. I don't remember the number. I don't want to get it wrong, but it was some crazy number. And it's just nuts. And then on top of it, I was reading that she had his people served during the California wildfires. Yes, as they're evacuating their homes, they're being served by her lawyer. Well, servers for their lawsuit. Is that nuts? Like, I don't.
I think this is just getting a little.
It's
coming off from what it really is now. It's like some personal vendetta.
Yes, because
it's not really seeming like there was anything that was actually wrong. It seems like it's coming off as like, I'm trying to tell you who I am and shit like that.
Yeah, so, I was watching Candace Owens talk about this, and she broke it down. It was so good. I would definitely recommend everyone look at it if you're interested in the drama. But it was really, it was good because she genuinely, like, apparently if there was the only thing that would get him off of the rights to this or something would be if it was sexual harassment. And all of a sudden the sexual harassment claim came. And everything, like, he was so supportive. Like, he genuinely, it's almost like he's too nice. Everything that she had a concern about, she was the one that brought up her body. She said he fat shamed her. She's the one that brought it up and said, I don't, she doesn't feel comfortable with how she looks. And he was like, whatever you're comfortable with, like, whatever. I am a team him right now. I just feel like he was bullied. Like, her and her husband are bullies.
Yeah.
It's really crazy. What's up? Yes. In my trailer, you can come see. You can come hang out with me, and we could go over the lines while she's got a boob out breastfeeding. So if you were really sexually harassed, you wouldn't want to be around the person, especially one-on-one.
That's why when I first touched on it, I didn't really want to go too heavy on picking a side and stuff like that. But as more and more stuff come out, it just seems like
I wasn't familiar with him, so of course, from like just being familiar with them, I was like, oh, they probably are it's him against them in a sense.
Yeah, because they're more established. Yes. We know them more. We know her a lot. And then he just came off of that whole Deadpool and Wolverine wave, so it's like...
And even there's like a bunch of stuff, references that he made in Deadpool. Like, you really went above and beyond.
The one character. I can't remember the guy's name, but yeah, he's...
Nice Pool.
No,
Nice Pool is based off of Justin Baldoni.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, the character. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the one guy that was in all of the Deadpools and he didn't turn up in this last one. I forgot the guy's name. He was the bartender.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he spoke out first and said he had some issues with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
And that was like, that went away. That disappeared.
There's even a Martha Stewart clip. She's his neighbor. And she was like, he's not.
Oh, like yeah, I remember that. And he said he never actually had a conversation with her. I seen that. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. He
was like, I never spoke to this woman, so I don't get how she's speaking about if I'm funny or not.
Yeah, she said he's not a nice guy.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah, I'm just blown away by the whole thing, but I'm definitely going to follow it, see how it goes. She tried to get a gag order on his lawyers, but the judge didn't grant it. They pretty much just said, control yourselves in public, or we're moving the trial up. Right now it's March of 2026.
It's a year out?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. All right, so this I thought was cool because, well, interesting, I guess. A mental health therapist says it's a major red flag to unwind by enjoying true crime.
That's all the fuck you watch.
I watch true crime, 2020, Dateline, you name it. I've seen all the documentaries, the real life stuff. Going to bed, waking up.
But what is the fixation with women watching this? Like, is it?
I just think it's intriguing.
Not saying all women are nosy, but is it just learning something about someone? Like, I don't know. Like,
no,
what is it?
Because it's real life. It really happened. Like, just seeing what happened, the extent of what happened, how they figured it out, like, all of it is just so intriguing to me.
So it's just the knowing how a case is broken down. So it's just basically like learning, respecting the field of investigation?
Yeah, that's definitely a part of it. But it's just like hearing the things that go on, because it's like you can't imagine it. It's just crazy and wild.
But what does the research say? So
she says, Dr. Thelma Bryant, she's the one who said this. She said that feeling relaxed while watching depictions of trauma could indicate a more profound familiarity with such experiences, potentially highlighting a need for self-reflection or counseling.
Wow.
I think she's saying I need counseling.
Well, it's not just you. It's a lot of women.
Well, yes, there's so many podcasters too. There's
podcasts is primarily just on murder mysteries, yeah.
Yes, like I don't know what it is with everyone. I just can tell you about myself with them, but yeah, it says that she encouraged her viewers to examine their viewing habits, stating, "If your idea of relaxing before bed is watching 3 episodes of true crime, I would encourage you to ask yourself, why is trauma relaxing to me?"
Well,
I don't know. I just like to see how it goes, see how they figure it out, see how they crack the case.
Okay.
Maybe
is it because you're trying to create your own little case?
No, maybe I missed my calling in this. Maybe I.
Which is what?
I should have did this in life. I should have did forensics or something like that. Crime scene.
You really think you could constantly keep seeing murder every single day like that?
It's pretty interesting.
You don't like bugs, so you're gonna go see a gunshot.
Isn't that weird?
Wound,
but I can
a stab wound,
I can watch
mutilation, stuff like that. You're gonna be able to process all of that.
I think me and our daughter are gonna start looking into unsolved ones and see if we can figure them out.
You guys have a good time on that.
What'd you say? Oh yeah, we even do the board games, the true crime board games. They're pretty cool too.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
sounds cool.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting.
I bet you do.
Let's see, what else did I figure out?
While you looking at that, I want to touch on this nonsense where women are waiting for men to ask them to be their Valentine.
I don't understand this. I've never made a big deal. Like, we're married. I just assume.
I thought that was a high school school thing. I thought that was a junior high school thing.
But even if you're dating someone in high school, do you still ask them to be your Valentine, or is it assumed?
I guess it's
you're supposed to ask.
Yeah,
even if you're like if
I put it as a childish thing, so I assume it should be something you do while you're in school. Because let's be real, when you're dating in like junior high, what is that? What does that really consist of? You can't drive, you can't go anywhere unless your parents drop you off. So you're not really dating same way. You could go pick up a girl now and go somewhere and stuff like that. So in the sense of you asking, because then, depending on what you want to do Valentine's Day, you still need someone to help you to do it.
Well, that makes sense.
So as an adult, I'm not asking you.
Right.
Do you want to be my Valentine?
Yeah.
Like, women waiting for that, I don't know if motherfuckers is bored.
I guess just to keep it like cute, like
cute.
My man asked me to be his Valentine.
So I'm not. Oh, let me guess. That's something else you gonna go post?
Listen, I am not like that.
No, I'm just saying that in general. Yeah. Is that something that? Oh yeah, my man asked me. You gonna post that?
I don't know.
Now does it fall into like almost like an engagement? Are we gonna have ceremonies now for that? My man asked me to be his Valentine's. Are we gonna have reveal parties for Valentine? Like, I'm just trying to see how far this stupid shit is gonna go.
Yeah, I don't know. I keep seeing that posted. It's like everyone posts on my reel.
That's
waiting on my man to ask me to be his Valentine.
I just think you keep touching shit that's been fine for years. Why now you want to go fuck it up?
So you're gonna ask me to be yours?
You hold your breath. Hold your breath.
I'm not really waiting for that.
Yeah, that's
in the years we've been together. We literally just celebrated our 16th anniversary.
Yes, we did. We just celebrated our anniversary. Yes, we did.
This week. And
16 years.
Plus a 4 before that we were together. So 20 years. Jesus.
Yep.
That's a long time.
Oh my God.
I know. That's outrageous.
Yeah. Definitely sounds outrageous.
Yeah.
But we made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you say it like that?
Because I'm so happy.
You're gripping your teeth. You're not even talking.
I'm so happy.
That? I don't like it.
What? A man can express how happy he is?
But you're saying it like, I'm happy.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it just because I just heard you guys emphasize how much Murder Mystery has something to do with your psychos. It's all right.
They're interesting. You should First off, I was about to say you should watch them. But if you're in the room and I put it on, you're intrigued. You're like, wait, what happened?
I'm watching it because I'm waiting for you to fall asleep.
Yeah, but you're asking questions, which means you are
because if I'm in the room, I'm like, all right, so
it's interesting,
what happened
isn't
here?
It?
No, it's not interesting. I don't like to watch people's death.
Well, I don't like to watch people.
That's pretty much what you're doing.
They die.
I'm not saying you're wishing for their death, but you're watching their death unravel.
Yes, because I want justice for the victims.
Obviously, justice has occurred if you're watching the whole documentary of it.
Sometimes they don't have a resolution. Sometimes it's just talking about it.
I doubt someone convicted of a crime is just walking around.
Actually, I don't know if she's walking around, but there is a lady who she was dating a cop in Boston and ran him over, allegedly. She's saying she didn't. But she had a mistrial, so she's not a convicted felon of that yet. I don't know if she's walking around, though, or she's in jail. That should be coming up, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
Yeah. All right. So I wanted to see what you thought about this.
What is that?
I think you'll be a fan of it.
I probably won't.
All right. So it was on my Instagram feed. So it says, I heard someone say this, and it blew my mind. Buy land in secret, build the house in secret, then do the housewarming publicly. Date in secret, propose in private, then marry in front of a crowd. Let your haters only see your reality, never your vision, or you will have division. In a game of chess, you don't speak, you just act. The only time that you ever speak when playing chess is to say checkmate. Life is like chess. Don't broadcast your intentions, act quietly, keep achieving. Your achievements are your checkmate.
Okay, and your question?
I said you'd probably agree with that.
Oh, well, that's pretty much going and saying that you don't talk your business.
Right.
I've always been a fan of that.
I feel like we've definitely gotten there.
What do you mean gotten? I've
gotten there at this point. Like, I don't really talk about anything we're doing.
I don't see the need to.
This was a surprise for everyone when we did a podcast. No one.
Yeah, but outside of the podcast, why televise everything you're going to do, every move you make? No, I'm just saying there's people that do that.
Right.
Because in the sense of like you just said with the podcast, say I just went out and said, hey, I'm going to start a podcast. Mm-hmm. That's out there now.
Right. Then you got people's input. You got
right, and then say I don't do it. I thought you were starting a podcast. Right. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't pay to do that.
Right.
If you're gonna do something, just do it.
Yep.
Because now it's like you're almost waiting for the validation from somebody to be like, you know what, you should do it.
Right.
I believe you guys would be great at that.
Or you shouldn't do it. You won't be good at it. And then you start doubting yourself and then you don't do it.
Yeah. I think you do whatever you want to do. And if you fail, you fail. It's a learning experience. But at least you got to do something you want to do. When you go out there and just try to make everybody chime into what you're doing. Yeah. Or televise everything that you're about to do or doing or in the midst of doing. I don't think that's a great idea. I think that's the stupidest thing to do.
Right.
I think, you should have some type of something to yourself before you go out there and tell the world, like, how, you know what I mean? I don't.
I like it.
I agree with that.
Highlights. Don't give the full.
Oh, who you going to fool?
What? No, I said it's just like highlights.
Oh, don't give the full story. You faded out when you started talking. You said don't give the.
Well, because it looked like you were about to say something, so I didn't want to cut you off. I was listening to you. Even though you would have been cutting me off.
Right. I didn't even say a word. Yeah. I learned from that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not cutting off anybody from speaking.
And communicate.
Yeah, I'm tired of talking about that.
Me too.
But that's all you got?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty much wrapped up. I don't really have anything else to touch on. All right, so we'll sign up.
All right. We don't even have. No one wrote in this week, so we don't. We
didn't have any. Yeah, we didn't have any.
Yeah.
Bringing it back home this week.
Yes. So please write something.
Yeah, and that's what is it?
Homesickpd@gmail.com.
Correct. It is homesickpd@gmail.com.
Yes, and if you're not already, like and follow us on YouTube and all the social medias.
Correct.
We've been posting some reels.
Yeah, we're trying to get the hang of managing everything.
We're getting the hate. We're getting the love. We're getting interactions.
I'm liking the negative comments.
Oh, God.
It comes with it, I guess.
It does.
I just laugh at this shit because I'm looking at it as you took time to comment on something.
I know.
So I'm not.
Hey, you viewed it.
Yeah, exactly. You looked at it, so I'm not mad at you. Keep on hating.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to thank everyone for listening and tuning in. God bless, and we'll talk later.
See ya.
This is Homesick Podcast.
Oh my God.